A young woman hurries through Central Park. Her footsteps, the only sound on the empty path. She knows she shouldn't be there. Everyone knows the park isn't safe after dark, but she just wants to get home. Halfway through, she feels it. Eyes on her. A man stands in the shadows, tall, silent, watching. Her heart pounds. She clutches her bag, quickens her pace, and for a moment, she swears he takes a step toward her. And then he doesn't. The next morning, she turns on the news. The face staring back at her from the screen makes her blood run cold. It's the man from the park. The story I'm about to tell you took place in New York City in the 1970s. A 24-year-old woman, Claire Johnson, lived on the Upper West Side. One night, she had been visiting a friend who begged her not to leave. "Stay here," her friend warned. "Haven't you heard? There's a killer out there targeting young women." But Claire insisted she'd be fine. She was tired, she wanted her own bed, and besides, she'd walked that way dozens of times. She ignored her better judgment and decided to take a shortcut through Central Park. It was early spring, the night air was cold, the trees were bare, and the path was darker than she expected. As soon as she stepped under the shadow of the branches, she regretted it. Midway through, she froze. A tall man stood ahead, moving toward her. Her stomach tightened. Every terrible headline she'd read came rushing back. The stories of women attacked, the warnings not to walk alone. She clutched her purse close and forced herself to keep walking. She avoided eye contact, kept her gaze low, and when the man passed, she could feel his presence, heavy, menacing, wrong. The kind of energy you don't forget. She kept moving, faster now. But when she glanced over her shoulder, he was gone. Just gone. The path was empty. Relief flooded her chest. She hurried out of the park, made it to her apartment, locked the door, and leaned against the wall, safe. Or so she thought. 2 days later, while pouring herself coffee in her small apartment, she turned on the morning news. The announcer's word made her hands shake. Police have arrested a man believed to be responsible for a series of brutal attacks in Central Park. The suspect, apprehended near South Entrance, has been linked to several murders over the past months. The screen flashed his mugshot. Claire's blood ran cold. Her cup slipped from her hand, shattering on the floor. She knew that face. It was the man she had passed in the park. Shaken, she went to the police precinct to give her statement. The detectives asked her questions, jotting down notes. When she finished, one of them nodded toward the holding cells. "Do you want to know why he didn't go after you?" the detective asked her quietly. Her throat tightened. She nodded. The detective returned a moment later, looking unsettled. "He told us he was going to," he said, "but he changed his mind." The young woman whispered, "Why?" The detective hesitated. "He said you weren't alone. He saw a man walking with you, a big man right beside you, watching him the whole time." Tears welled in her eyes. She shook her head slowly. "But there was no one with me. I was alone." The room was silent. Later, when she sat on the edge of her bed that night, the weight of it all settled over her. She remembered the strange sense of calm that had come over her just before she reached the edge of the park. She remembered how the man hadn't moved, how he only stared, and she realized she had not walked that path alone. To the world, it might have been a mystery. To her, it was clear. Her guardian angel had walked her home. You may have heard this story before, or another version of it. That's the version most people know. But here's the thing, not everyone believes it. Some say it's just an urban legend. The details shift depending on who's telling it. Sometimes the girl is a student, other times a secretary. Sometimes the city is Chicago or even London. The one constant in the eerie twist, the attacker insists she wasn't alone. And yet, the reason the New York City version sticks is because it feels so real. In 1977, the city was indeed terrified of the son of Sam. And even after Berkowitz was arrested, there were other attacks, other copycats who preyed on women at night. It's not hard to imagine that this story could have happened. While the details may have varied, there are historical events that line up perfectly with the story. But if there are indeed guardian angels, it wouldn't be surprising if stories like this were reported on a daily basis. The Old Testament and the Church Fathers speak of the existence of these spiritual beings, believed in Christian and Jewish tradition to be assigned by God to watch over, guide, and protect an individual throughout their life. So what do you think? Was Claire truly protected by her guardian angel, or is this just one more urban legend retold again and again with a different setting? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the only way to keep this channel going.